Don't let don't let hate infect your heart. This is in the Sunday Daily newspaper. This is performing arts number 30. Want to start giving all praise due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and salutation to all you Alchemy pushing this word with sincerity and truth. Brother Kadash Shema. Reading this little article, I just want to make a quick couple of scriptures to go along with it. It says, don't let the hate infect your heart. And it says, Baton Rouge police officer Montel Jackson, who was shot to death by a gunman yesterday, had days earlier posted a message on social media urging those in the city reeling from the shooting of Alton Sterling to not let the hate infect your heart. This city must and will get better, Jackson wrote in the July 8 Facebook post. I'm working these streets, so any protesters, officers, friends, family, or whoever, if you see me and need a hug or want to say a prayer, I got you. Jackson, 32, a 10-year veteran of the department, was gunned down yesterday morning in the shooting that also claimed the lives of 2 other officers and wounded 3 others, according to authorities. The shooting occurred just miles away from where Alton Sterling, a Baton Rouge man, was shot to death by 2 Baton Rouge police officers on July 5th. Sterling's shooting was captured on videos that were widely circulated on social media and television and spurred days of protest over police treatment of blacks and other minorities. All right. That title, when it says, don't let the hate infect your heart, this ain't the time for that. You know, this is not the time for that. This is the time, it's a time for everything. But the time we in right now is not the time for all that love shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of our people don't understand. And the people that I'm talking about is the nation of Israel. I'm not talking about no other people. This message ain't to no other people. So if you happen to come past this website and you of another nationality, yeah, don't come on this website. This isn't for you. But this is for the first and foremost, the elect of Israel. But as I said before, this ain't the time for all that love stuff. You know what I'm saying? You need to come back to life. And the back to life is talking about the scriptures. Because the scriptures bring you to life and it's reality to show you the things that's really taking place. And not one of these prophecies ever fell. That was coming out of the scripture. So let me give you Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. Now a lot of people be like, oh, some people have posted on their websites different things about, you know, all nationalities is not bad. You know, or all this. Or there was one site that somebody put up about a white woman giving a poem about how, you know, Black Lives Matter and how she was sincerely hurt and stuff like that. But whatever that is, it really doesn't matter because what you do to somebody else, it comes back to you. You believe in what goes around comes around. You believe, everybody believes in karma if you ask them. But when it comes to the judgment of karma coming back to you, then you say that everybody is not like that. All people is not like that. But judgment got to come back to you. Whatever you've done to people on the earth, you know what I'm saying? It has to come back to you. Let's say you didn't do it, but your forefathers did it. Israel went into slavery together as a whole. Jeremiah 50 verse 33, I believe. You know what I'm saying? They both went into Israel as a whole. You don't think there was some Israelites that was keeping the commandments? But that came on the whole nation of Israel. So to the other nations, that's got to come to you. You got to drink from that cup. And a lot of you don't want to drink from that cup. You know what I'm saying? But that's the judgment of the Lord. All right? So Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. And it reads, you need a website. Why not do it yourself? It's a time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Right? It's a time for all of that. But right now, we're not in the time for that love. Because that love is getting you killed. That love is blinding you for the things that's really taking place. And it's a time to hate. It's a time to hate. And it's a time of war. We're in a war right now. They're killing us down in the streets. It ain't a time for all that love and hugging. It's a time to separate yourself from them other nations and come into the scriptures which is giving you life. All right. The next scripture is Ecclesiastes 7:4.
You've got your own stunning website. It is fully optimized for
and it reads, "The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of myrrh." Right. So I took what that scripture was saying to me. What it was bringing out to me is that when the house of mourning is the house where you get a great pension, you know what I'm saying? You get good money, great benefits. You know what I'm saying? You're doing very well for yourself. Now, there's nothing wrong with having certain things, but to me, when you're a police officer and stuff like that, and you see these other nations gunning down your own people, and you write in an article, don't let hate infect your heart. You don't know what's going on, but you have to know what's going on because you're right in the police department. You had to go through some kind of racial profile. You had to go through all type of discrimination. But you wanted to go hand in hand with them. You can't serve two masters, man. You're gonna love one or hate the other. According to Matthew 6:4 or Matthew 6:24. Let me just double check that. Matthew 6:24. All right. So that's what that scripture is saying. You know, in the house of mourning, you get all types of gifts and all kinds of things that you need to survive. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need that. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways that you can survive. You know what I'm saying? But you want to live that prestigious life. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of other camps who got the 501c3. You know what I'm saying? That's the house of the mourning. The murder. You want to lay in the bed with the government because you get great benefits. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you know that these nations are coming together to destroy you. Especially if you're an Israelite, you should know better. But this guy is an Israelite in a Gentile state of mind. You know what I'm saying? Because if he was an Israelite and he was studying the Lord's statute and commandment, they wouldn't post something like that. Don't let hate infect your heart. When these enemies, don't let hate infect your heart when niggas is shooting down and killing you. When is all the singing is going to stop? What they used to say, the streets thing, stop singing and bringing it. You know what I'm saying? Stop all that singing and bring it. You know what I'm saying? All that singing and singing. We've been singing for many years. We've been saying, we shall overcome, all that. Till this day. You know what I'm saying? We still singing, ain't no judgment. Niggas don't have no respect for none of the tribes. But y'all don't get it because you don't get these scriptures. And the scriptures is the key. It's the foundation. And the next scripture is Exodus 20:15. Exodus 20. Exodus 20:5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. You know, there's two ways you could do that. You know what I'm saying? There's two ways you could do that. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them. You could bow thyself to them by joining hand in hand with them, by participating in their philosophies. You know what I'm saying? When you celebrating Christmas, that's all a heathen. That's his philosophies. That's his doctrine. That's what the scriptures say in Jeremiah 7:4. Trust not in lying words, saying the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord are these. Which means that God is in Buddha, God is in Islam, God is in this, God is in that. When the Most High gave straight commandments, straight cut to the point. All right? And then it says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity to the fathers upon the children, to the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Because when you connect with them and you collaborate with them, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get into their philosophies. You know what I'm saying? Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6 also brings that out. Deuteronomy 7. Let me get that real quick. Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power, and the Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord, yeah, and it says, I want to get to that point. Let me go to Deuteronomy chapter 7. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. That means don't deal with them, don't connect with them. For they will turn away the son from following me. Right, they're going to give you into all these different philosophies. That's why the Most High told even with Solomon, you know what I'm saying, Solomon went off by marrying all them different wives. Because they would influence you to serve their gods. And what did Yahweh say? What did Yahweh Bashir Yahweh say? He's a jealous power. Give all that praise only to him. You can't share that with nobody else. And that goes forward with their philosophies as well. All right? So that scripture, that was just to show you a small illustration. We got to come out of that. You know what I'm saying? That mind state. You know what I'm saying? Being that, you know what I'm saying, we all joining hand in hand. I'm sorry, man. That shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna believe that until one of your children or one of your family members get murdered. And then they say not guilty. Remember, this is the last days. You're gonna see more stuff. And it's gonna be more mourning. You better come back to your power. What's his name? Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom. Hope you was edifying.